Hi everyone, I'm Casey. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I share simple style tips and outfit ideas that work for me as a petite woman. I like keeping things comfortable, easy to wear, and still stylish. So if you're also figuring out what works for your frame, you might find something helpful here. If you have ever looked at a photo of yourself and wondered why your outfit looked slightly off, harsh but true, it is usually not your body. It is proportion. And when you are petite, proportion is not a small detail. It is the detail. Today, we are breaking down 7 things that quietly scream out of proportion and how to fix them using simple styling adjustments. No shopping overhaul, no tailoring appointments, just awareness and small shifts that make a noticeable difference. The rule that changes everything. Before we go through the list, here's the one rule that makes petite styling easier. When the landmarks of your clothing align with the landmarks of your body, you look polished. Landmarks are simple points: your shoulder bone, your wrist, your natural waist, your ankle. When seams and hems miss those points, even slightly, the outfit can start wearing you instead of the other way around. Petite style is not about dressing smaller. It is about placing things correctly. 1. Shoulder seams that sit too wide. The first thing that screams out of proportion is a shoulder seam that falls past your actual shoulder bone. This is one of the fastest ways to make a blazer, cardigan, or shirt look borrowed rather than style. When the seam drops down your arm, your frame appears smaller inside the garment, and your arms can look shorter. The simplest check is this: the seam should end where your shoulder bone ends, not halfway toward your elbow. If you enjoy oversized silhouettes, keep the volume in the body of the garment, not in the shoulders. Roomy width can work beautifully, but when both the body and the shoulders are oversized, it overwhelms a petite frame. A defined shoulder line often restores balance instantly. 2. Sleeves that swallow the wrist. The second detail is sleeves that cover your wrist completely and bunch at the hand. The wrist is one of the narrowest points on your body, and when it disappears, your arm loses a clear visual ending. That tiny missing stop point makes the outfit look heavier and less intentional. A surprisingly powerful adjustment is simply revealing your wrist bone. Pushing your sleeves up slightly or creating a clean cuff can transform the silhouette. Even an inch of visible wrist creates structure. Clean endings always look more refined than excess fabric gathering at the hands. 3. Waist placement that lands too low. The third proportion mistake is a waistline that sits too low. When the waistband or focal point of your outfit lands below your natural waist, your proportions shift downward. Your torso appears longer, and your legs appear shorter, even if the piece technically fits. The goal is not extreme high-rise everything. It is alignment. Notice where the narrowest part of your torso sits, and allow your outfit to support that point. Subtle adjustments like a half tuck, a slightly higher rise pant, or a cropped layer that ends near your natural waist can visually lift the silhouette. You are not trying to exaggerate height, you are simply restoring balance. 4. Hemlines that hit the widest part of the leg. The fourth issue is hemlines that cut across the widest part of your leg. When a skirt or dress ends at mid-calf where the leg is fullest, it creates a strong horizontal break at the heaviest point. That visual interruption shortens the overall line of the body. Petite styling works best when hem placement feels intentional. Tops that end around the high hip often feel cleaner than ones that extend to the widest part of the hip. Skirts that hit just above the knee or middies that are clearly structured and streamlined tend to feel more balanced than uncertain in between lengths. With pants, showing the ankle or choosing a clean full length creates clarity. Petite proportions respond well to decisiveness. 5. Pants that stack or pool at the ankle. The fifth mistake is excess fabric stacking at the ankle. When pants bunch heavily at the bottom, they create visual weight exactly where you do not want it. That stacking compresses height and interrupts the vertical line. The simplest fix is aiming for a clean hem. Ankle-length pants that stop neatly without bunching often look sharper on a petite frame. If you prefer full length, allow the hem to nearly touch the shoe without puddling. Even wider leg styles benefit from fabric that falls straight instead of collapsing around the ankle. Clean lines encourage visual length. 6. Shoes that visually shorten the foot. The sixth detail is shoe proportion, which is often overlooked. Shoes with very heavy fronts, thick soles, or a vamp that cuts high across the top of the foot can visually shorten your entire lower half. The vamp, which is the part that covers the top of your foot, plays a quiet but important role in leg line. When that line is cut too abruptly, your proportions shift downward. This does not mean you cannot wear chunkier styles. It simply means balancing them. Sleeker toe shapes, proportionate soles, and coordinating shoe color with your pants or skin tone can soften visual breaks. When the shoe is bold, keeping the rest of the outfit streamlined restores harmony. 7. Scale problems, bags, hardware, prints, contrast. The seventh and final proportion issue is scale. Sometimes it is not about fit at all, but about the size of the details. An oversized tote on a petite frame can dominate the entire silhouette. Very large hardware, thick straps, giant buckles, or prints that are wider than your shoulder span can overpower you. When the accessory or pattern becomes the main character, you visually recede. A helpful guideline is to choose medium to smaller scale prints and more compact bag shapes. Finer hardware and cleaner lines often maintain balance. And if you want one statement piece, let it be just one. When everything competes, proportion suffers. Before you change your wardrobe, try changing your eye. The next time you get dressed, pause for 10 seconds in front of the mirror and look for landmarks. Where does the shoulder sit? Where does the sleeve end? Where is your waist actually being emphasized? Often, you do not need something new. You just need a small adjustment. If one of these felt uncomfortably familiar, start there. Adjust one detail this week and notice how different your outfits feel. And if this was helpful, you can let me know which proportion shift you are paying attention to now. I would love to continue building this little petite style guide together, one thoughtful adjustment at a time. Thank you for spending a few quiet minutes here. I hope this helped you see your wardrobe a little differently, not with criticism, but with clarity. Proportion is subtle, but once you notice it, you cannot unsee it. And that awareness becomes power. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next one.